Welcome to another episode of IRONSWORN. IRONSWORN is a Powered by the Apocalypse adventure quest-driven game. It is unique that it has a solo play feature, which I've been using for great effect. And I'm very excited to continue the story of my character today. This week, I introduced this game to 2 other people, and just been kind of thinking about how to play this game more. I want to kind of have a stronger sense of how I want to chronicle my sessions, because right now I sort of have a Discord channel set up explicitly for my character and all my solo play. But I think maybe I want to just stay to recordings, because I don't want anyone who goes to YouTube to be like, well, how do I find these other side stories on that stuff? So I think for continuity's sake, I'm just going to keep kind of recording myself doing this, but I'm not going to turn on my camera or anything like that. And you kind of expect me to play for about an hour each time we play, maybe 90 minutes. That's sort of the idea. And without any objection, I'm probably just going to play some sort of like, I think I have a little YNC Saga playlist that I think I'll be kind of using. The lot of music. Okay, here we go. Okay. So let me do a little recap, because I did play an hour yesterday that wasn't recorded. So I wanted to go ahead and start there as a sort of recap of what happened in my solo session. So this was immediately following the aftermath of Ilmet and Thygoras and the Acropolis episodes, which are here on YouTube. And the first scene starts in Philo's nice apartment up in the Acropolis of Thygoras. I think it's probably late morning, and they're getting ready and dressed to kind of go out to the market today. And Philo looks kind of concerned, and we catch Paskel and Philo sort of mid-conversation. You must understand, Paskel. I cannot let this warlock continue to draw breath. Pascal's like, rubs the bridge of his nose, right? And goes, I know. You know the risk of taking on such an adversary will not be safe, even in death. It's obvious that Pascal's concerns for Philo's safety fall on deaf ears, and he goes back to rubbing the bridge of his nose and puts out a sigh and says, "Damn it, Philo. If you're going to do this, I can't let you do it alone. As long as the sea is red, I will help you uncover this warlock's schemes and unmask them." And note, this isn't exactly what Philo wants to do, because Philo wants to kill this warlock, right? I'm just willing to help my lover get reveal this warlock's plans and schemes and help support my lover. I'm not actually going to. My vow isn't to kill this warlock, and I imagine that will be a strain on drama in sessions to come. So, anyways, as long as the sea is red is the YNC Saga's version of when you swear on iron. It's when you swear a vow. I got a weak hit on that one. So I have to, just simple momentum. But I envisioned the quest of unmasking this warlock is going to be a very long quest. I imagine it as maybe even extreme, not even just formidable. I'm going to take this in the vein of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or like a noir, even a Night's Black Agents style, or Shadows of Mordor structure of I'm going to be having to tackle and topple these lower lieutenants and people caught up in the web of the warlock schemes before I make full progress and unveil the warlock, right? So I'm kind of just give you an overall idea here. So I'm picturing sort of like this noir uncovering the schemes of this warlock in this city and what else is going on in Thygoras. So Pascal's hand goes out to Philo, the to the end. And then Philo takes his arm, goes, to the end. So I had to roll up who the next person we would be like trying to hunt down or like get information from. And it ended up being this herder in town with a bad reputation. They're trying to get out from under some sort of criminal group. And so I need to find this person and either help them or convince them to help me. And they give me sort of like my next set of clues. And I will be using a little bit of some extra rules that somebody made called for a game called IRONSWORN, which has sort of like an investigation kind of thing. I'll be using that as well. So if you hear some certain moves, you're like, I'm not sure those aren't in the free book. Well, that's because I'm using some free supplemental stuff from fans of IRONSWORN. So the scene is of Paskel and Philo trying to track down this herder. We aren't in the apartment or the Acropolis anymore. We must be in sort of a crowded marketplace in more of the public parts of Thygoras. Right, and so I do a gather information move, and that's a big old whiff. So I need to pay the price or nurse a threat. And I don't want Philo to be the one who would betray me or something, because my Oracle plot twist at this time was a relationship is revealed or a truth, or a person or community you trust loses faith in you. So I think what I wanted to do was instead have a scene where obviously this farmer that we've been tracking, we spot them, but they're kind of like suspicious and trying to leave and get out of this place. Not because I'm chasing them, but just because someone else is chasing them. And so I think what happens is that because of my previous sessions, I think there's still sort of like this lingering thing about I'm sort of wanted for some crimes or I could be associated. So a guardsman of the marketplace says, "Stop, dog!" You know, as it's obviously pointed to me. I lose sight of this herdsman. I named this herdsman at this point named Argyris. And so anyways, this guardsman yells out to me to stop. And I see the herder seeing me getting stopped and is like, peacing out, right? And I'm just kind of like, oh, shite. You know, this person's going to head out, and now I'm going to have to track them down as I deal with this cop. And I try to buy some time here and figure out a way out of this misunderstanding, right? So I look around, I try to see what this cop would want. And I realize that the best way of handling this situation, because there's no way for me to run out of this place. That would just cause more problems. Is just to quickly talk my way out of here. So I say, my friend, I don't think I am not who you think I am. I'm simply a passerby. There's no way I could be this criminal. Here are my papers. As I throw up a little facade of fake paperwork and proof that I am some sort of like merchant and whatever my disguise is, right? So I try to face danger here, and it works out pretty well with a strong hit. So I assume that's enough for this guard to stop. However, the damage has already been done in that I've lost the trail of my herder contact person. So I need to investigate. I need to find them. So this is where the investigation moves come in. I picture this is going to be kind of an easy thing, and I just wanted to experiment with them. So this is just going to be a troublesome investigation. So I begin the investigation, which is sort of like when you undertake a journey move. I get a strong hit on it, and so I'm looking for signs of where they would be going, and my guess is I just use my hunch here, of knowing Philo and knowing this person's situation of trying to get out of town. They're probably heading to the docks. So that's the way I go, right? And that's sort of what the investigation points to me. So I look for tracks, and I realize that this is absolutely right, as I see somebody trying to rush to a pier and like go to like a fisher boat with like money in, like drachma in hand, trying to get out of here, right? So I'm like, oh crap! So now I have to run down there. And so as I'm running down the Thygoran docks, this is where some of the first parts happen, right? So I get a weak hit, and what I reference this weak hit as I have to like brush by a bunch of drunken sailors, right? Who give me dirty looks as I rush over to the pier. So I take -1 momentum, and this is what I like to do when I come with like -1 momentum and stuff like that, because I like to paint these things so I know I can draw back from threats later on, which spoilers will come into play in just a second here. But because I spotted them and I faced danger to close the distance here before they could leave, I marked some more progress. And with 6 progress, I rolled to crack the case. I get a weak hit. So there's more to the story if I begin this investigation, but I'm like, no, I got my herder. I'm good. So I say, finally to Agiris, going somewhere, shepherd? And that's when, like, Philo shows up too, right? And Thygoras is kind of shocked that somebody has tracked them down here, and their face goes immediately pale. Who are you? I told Bashar I don't have the money yet. I will pay him. That's what I'm doing right now. As he's clearly lying like a liar. And clearly something's going on with this person named Bashar, that's linked to this case. But I'm not here for that, right? Like that's sort of the part of the closing the case weak hit. I don't care about that. I need to know where this person's going. I need to know more about his connections, right? And so Philo juts in and says, "I'm not here on that business. We're here on our own. We're here about the warlock." And Thygoras is absolutely wants nothing to do with us now. He's like, "I promise, I know nothing." Again, he lies like a liar. So we scrutinize him, right? We give him a good look up and down, and Thygoras, as he sees us, kind of sizing him up, he realizes that we mean business. Okay, look, I'll tell you, here's what I know. And then at that moment, we hear another, like, "Hey, you, dog!" And Thygoras gets interrupted as those docks folk who I bumped into return later because my gather info hit was weak and introduced a new danger. And this is the part where Thygoras kind of like fades to the background for a second as Philo and Paskel kind of turn around because I have to deal with these drunk people who I insulted by running into them. So Pascal, of course, is like, he's tired of being called dog. Like, you Thygorans really need to learn better insults. As Philos and Pascal obviously are going to enter a scuffle. We know there's no way out of it, and they're not going to talk their way out of this brawl on the pier, right? So I roll battle. I don't want to make this into a big old conflict, so I roll battle, and I use edge as Philos and Pascal work off each other, and they use the pier to sort of like bottleneck and tactically take down these drunk docks. I guess, I don't know, stevedores. I guess would be probably what they were. It's a weak hit, so I'm gonna just take one harm as one of them sucker punches me, and I endure harm and I just press on. So as you were and so that's enough for them to kind of get drived away as the pure scuffle disappears as they all try to run away and lick their wounds. Now, as you were saying, Shepherd, and yeah, so this is the part where we're kind of like going to be picking up here today. Thanks for the little recap. This is where we're at. So the shepherd, I need to come up with this person, like the next sort of person that this shepherd knows. And funnily enough, I rolled herder. And then I also, so it's another herder like himself, but that this herder's goal is to enrich themselves. So I immediately thought of some sort of like, maybe not like necessarily a guild's person, but sort of just like a shepherd that sort of has a lot of control over everyone else. Maybe they're the one who has like the most land or something like that, and they're kind of just the most dominant factor here. So this shepherd, I don't have a name for this person yet, but I go, "Yes, of course, Miss Soy. You see, there's a herder by the name of, and like this is the part where I need to roll a name. Name generator. Let's roll a D3, see what sort of gender dealing with. Ooh, female. Dione. Like the name Dione. You see, there's a herder by the name of Dione. I used to work for her, and apparently this person has dealt with someone who knows someone about the Warlocker. Please, please understand, I pray to Patria every day at noon when her aim is true. Please. He's clearly trying to disassociate himself here and wants nothing more of this old life of crime and servitude under this sort of like herd boss. So Philo juts in and says, this Dione, where can we find them? And that's when I need to roll more Oracle stuff, right? And so I did roll this part because I wanted to get some ideas. And I already rolled it. And I got settled fields. I'll post it in chat for my notes. It was settled fields, so I think it's outside of town and sort of like the grazing farmlands outside of Thygoras. And it's an unjust leadership or someone or something goes missing as sort of like part of this play here. So I know Dione is sort of this petty shepherd boss, right? Like I'm imagining it's just goats, right? So this Agiris, this person that we've been tracking to the docks, continues and says, she rarely comes to town anymore, but you can find her in the grazing lands. Any herder knows him and pays him tribute, or pays her tribute like she's a queen. And I say, it's strange how money makes all people feel like royalty. Philo understands what Paskel is saying, but I don't think the shepherd really does. That's when Philo says, lover, if this Dione knows anything, I expect we'll have to pay some sort of price. Petty rulers are rarely often generous. I agreed, lover. Well, I guess it's time for this Dione of the fields to learn some generosity. So we're going to have to travel over to the fields to seek time or counsel or, on an audience with this kind of gangy criminal shepherd person, this Dione. So I think I want to use a journey move, even though I'm going from like the docks district of Thygoras out to town. I think it would be cool to do it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to undertake a journey here. Philo will be accompanying me. I gotta just get the rule book open. All right. Do I want to prepare for my journey at all? No, I think I'm just really ready to kind of do it. This will be a troublesome journey. So I'm just making a quick journey progress bar. Troublesome. Let's seek out journey. Awesome. So I start off with a miss. I'm waylaid by a perilous event, and I pay the price. So I don't know what this is yet, but it's probably not great. New danger or foe is revealed. Interesting. This is something different. I think this might be... I think these are Mistvioi themselves coming after us. I think somebody... Again, I think this is somebody else who has hired some sort of like killer to take out either me or Philo. I think this is either related to previous sessions, or we'll find out who hired this person, and this might be its own mystery. I think we're gonna get hit by a pretty formidable hitman. So here's the question: if the miss is a new danger or foe is revealed, how in control are we in this session? So I think this might be facing danger. Or maybe this is just kind of enter the fray. I think this is actually just enter the fray. Yeah, we're entering the fray here. We are facing... Here's the thing. Do they identify themselves? Or I think we're ambushed. I think this is an ambush. So let me come up with a part of the city that we're in, because we're not in the... I don't think we're necessarily at the pier anymore. Never mind. Okay, we're still at the docks. We're in the coast, I guess. I wish there was a city locations table that I could roll on. That would help out more. Anyways, so I guess we're kind of still at the docks when we are waylaid by a trained killer. Let's enter the fray. We're ambushed, so we're gonna roll wits. Okay, a weak hit. We can either bolster our position or prepare to act, and I think we're gonna absolutely take initiative. And so let's describe what this looks like. So this killer, I think this killer comes at Paskel, right? I think this killer rushes. I imagine this person is lightly armored, probably has some sort of like helmet. I'm picturing something like a gladiator would kind of look like. As they, I think they got some sort of like small short sword, and they expected to come at me and take me down really quick. But I roll out of the way, and they like run into some, I don't know, like some wicker baskets or something like that, right? As I kind of like use their momentum against them, and so now I'm prepared to act as they have to kind of recover, and we're sort of in this spot, and now it's my turn to retaliate. So let's just make a new fight. So in addition to a journey conflict, we're doing a battle conflict now. Unless I want to do a skill challenge. Has anyone done a scene challenge for a fight? Doesn't seem right, right? Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I think we're going to do this just a regular old combat. And I describe this person as formidable. So we're doing this now, today. Mistio. Is it Mistios? Yeah. Okay. Let's do our moves. The assassin comes at me. It's going to miss. Misses the first time. That's what the weak hit is for entering the fray. I have initiative. I'm going to try to gather information on him and try to find a sense of his weakness. So let's do that real quick. Or something around the area that I could use for as an advantage. So weak hit. Information complicates my quest or introduces a new danger. Wonder what that could be. That's the Oracle. Take a decisive action. Okay, so I think this person, I think what we see is I come at them defensively. Yeah, I come at them defensively first. And I realize that they're a very strong fighter, and they have really good knife play. And that the problem then is that if they're going to play super defensively, they're not going to expect me to go kind of all out and attack them. I think they know that I look pretty weak. And they know, so that their actual weakness here, I gather information, is that I have an in. If I kind of go all in on them, that would absolutely expose me to danger. And I'll take 1 momentum for it. 9 momentum. The question is that progress? Like, is gathering information there, knowing what to do, part of reaching a milestone? Like, to me, that's part of, like, gaining vital support, right? Or solving a mystery. Mystery of how can I, what's my approach? So I think it is. I'm going to mark progress on this. Mark 1. Okay. I think I need to roll, I need to, no, I don't think I need to do a clash or anything. I think it's just going to be a strike now. I guess I have my spear, right? Yeah, if I had a complication, it could be that I didn't have my spear ready when they came, but I didn't. So look, we can do this. So we're rolling strike. No, I'm going to do the skirmisher one. When you face danger by holding a foe at bay by using your spear's reach, roll iron or edge. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to burn my momentum here. And my burning of my momentum represents, I don't want my advice of gathering information to be true. So I try to be passive and try to box them in. But I think they get under my spear and I have to duck out of the way as another like sort of like roll. I have to roll as they try to stab at me. And it's like their sword goes down into the ground. And this is all happening in like split-second decisions. So I end up facing danger with a strong hit. So I do end up just taking 1 momentum. I think I gained 2 momentum because of the spear move. Yeah, I take +1 momentum. I wish I had the second ability here. But I don't. So I still have initiative. So I'm going to strike again. But would having a spear mean I'm attacking at range? I don't think so. I think part of this is that I have to get close and do these all-out kind of attacks, which means I can't really use my spear as effectively as I want. So I'm rolling with iron. Oh God. Fails. And I pay the price. The obvious price is harm. I go to 0 health. So I have to roll endure harm with heart. For iron. A weak hit. I press on. So I get hurt real bad. I think Philo has to come to my aid. Now, how do I do a companion move? Never done this before. If my companion wants to attack, do I just roll for them? Or like if my asset wants to attack. Using companion abilities. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Never done this part of the game before. You have a companion, leveraging their abilities is an option, not a requirement through the fiction. For example, a horse can put you in a position to travel at speed. When you leverage your companion's ability, you're inherently putting them in risk. But I'm not using their ability. I know their abilities are written down. There is a companion endure harm move. That's not what I'm looking at. I want them to attack in my stead. Like I want to see Philo attack instead of me, as I like touch my arm that got slashed really bad. I just don't know what that looks like, right? I think it's just they clash, right? But then what do I roll for the companion's stat? It's still me? Is it always like they're helping me? Is it like a battle move? Anyone know? You swear an iron. Swear a vow. Is this like is this actually testing your bond? This wasn't drawing a circle. I guess like I know NPCs aren't really supposed to make moves. So I don't know what this looks like. Let's see. So my strike missed. I think it's got to be me. But maybe Philo assists me. They're not really skilled at this. See, if we had Shieldkin, we could do it, but we're not. So I guess we can't. So I guess we're going to have to clash unless I turn the tide. No, there's got to be another way. So I'm hurt, and I'm looking for a different option. Maybe I'm looking for a way out, so I'm going to look for wits. Maybe we can run from this person. Weak hit. The advantage is short-lived. Take 1 momentum. I say, Philo, the roofs. And we're going to have to climb up on top of this. Like some barrels, right? The wicker baskets got knocked over. And we're going to climb up to the roofs and try to, like, run away from this person as part of the conflict. So I think what's going to happen here is we're going to face danger with agility and precision. So we're going to be trying to run away from this person tracking us through all over the roofs. And so we're going to roll with edge. So this fight is now turning into a rout, and then it's turning into a chase as we try to run away from this guy. Oh no. All right, we missed. We fail, and your progress is undermined by dramatic costs, costly turn of events. I think Philo is going to get hurt too. I think that would be a good cost. Let me see. Let me pay the price. See what it looks like. The current situation worsens. Oh my God, no! There's another one. There's another killer on the roof, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. Philo, not this way. Go! And we're going to jump laterally, and we're going to jump to another rooftop. So now we're going to have to make a dangerous leap, or we're going to hit the ground as we're hurt. As the problem is that there's another killer, like just as strong as this one, waiting for us, trying to box us in, like expecting us to flee. So we jump. Weak hit. I think I'm going to endure stress from this, which makes sense, I think, for me. I endure stress. as we see that classic like Michael Bay shot of me in front of the camera as I'm like slow motion moving through the air to grab the ledge of the other warehouse. And I miss. I suffer minus momentum. Jesus. Okay. Oof. But I make it. I see them getting ready to make their own jumps, and I say, "There's no time. You must go." And Philo looks to me and says, "Lover, your arm." And I say, "Yes, I know. I know." And I would love to find a place I could hide, but that's not really going to work. But I did just face danger here, and I'm going to mark progress for that. I had two of my progress here. My strike missed, my face danger missed. I gotta stop missing. All right, so I think again, we gotta look for the next place to run to. So we're running out of real estate on the top of this warehouse dock. Philo and Paskel quickly scan the area looking for a path out of this, as their two killers are hot on their heels. Weak hit. Something, information complicates request or introduces a new danger. Oracles. An attack with precision. Or a defy. Yeah, I think we have to, I think they have, one of them has sort of like a ranged weapon, like a sling or something. Yeah, I think one of them has a sling, or there's a third one somewhere, and they're like whipping up their sling and gets ready to chuck it at us. So I think what this is going to be is a dodge. We have to dodge this thing. So that would be rolling with edge. So I think, or is this like directly just endure harm? No, I think I have to face danger first. So I face danger with edge as we, as I tell Philo to like, get down, and we're gonna get shot. I will absolutely burn my momentum for a weak hit here. I'm facing danger. Rather than a full miss. So we succeed with the momentum. So I have to burn my momentum. Sorry. Burn it. And then I gain a momentum. We make progress as we dodge the shots as we make our jump to the next warehouse. The other Misthoi have jumped to the warehouse we were just at. We're just one warehouse ahead of them. We need to keep rushing. We need to probably get off these roofs, and we can lose them in the alleys. Let's look for a spot we can jump off that can get us into an alleyway. Try to secure an advantage with wits. Okay. Weak hits for days, everybody. There is a spot that we slide off the roofs down to the main streets and thoroughfares. We're gonna try to lose them in the busiest parts of the city. I am like dripping blood. So now I think I've described up to 3 people tracking us. So it's basically like a group of assassins. Like it could literally be another group of players coming after us here in the city. All right, so we got my momentum. Yeah, I think if we're going to face some more danger. We're trying to get out of here. We're going to lose them in the city, so I think that's plus shadow because we're using stealth. No, I think Philo's going to try to help me here. Philo might suggest a clever ploy. I think we're going to secure an advantage first. Yeah, so Philo gives me one more advantage, being like, we can lose them over here. Let's split up. And so we Philo and I split up. Paskel and Philo, we get into the marketplace, and Philo goes left, and Paskel goes right. So I'm going to take... So I have a little bit more momentum as I face danger here. Or can I gather information? Yeah. I searched this place for something that could let me secure an advantage. Jesus. Your investigation unearths a dire threat, reveals an unwelcome truth, or undermines your quest. I pay the price. I think it's going to be... I don't know, let's see what it is. A person or community you care about is exposed to danger. Well, obviously it's Philo. I think I hear Philo cry out as I think they're getting attacked. So I'm going to have to rush over there. God, I think I'm going to have to clash. But I'm going to clash with Edge as I like chuck my spear at him. At the Mystioi that's cornered Philo. And a weak hit. You inflict harm, but then pay the price as my foe has initiative. So I will do two harm to them. But I think Philo takes harm. Because that's kind of what I established, right? How do I know? How do I know if an asset, if a companion takes harm? Is there like companion harm moves? Companion endure harm. Sorry, I have the book open and there it is. When your companion faces physical damage, they suffer health equal to the amount of harm inflicted. If your companion's health is 0, exchanging left or health for momentum. Then roll heart or your companion's health, whichever is higher. I don't know. My companion doesn't have one. So I guess I have to roll heart. I don't know what my companion's health would be. Is it set anywhere? But if you roll a 1 on your action die when using a companion ability, you should make the companion the focus of a negative outcome. Depending on the fiction, the current situation might include harm. Inflicting harm on your companion may also happen as a reasonable outcome if you pay the price. Companion asset has a health track which functions the same as your own. If they face physical damage, reduce to health. Okay, so they're going to take 3, so they're going to roll health at 2. I'll just do it this way and add a modifier of 2. This is really for my companion. Weak hit. So they endure harm. They press on, which is good. But they're hurt bad too. But they're not nearly as hurt as bad as I am. I chucked my spear at him. I try to find something in the marketplace that could help me out. That I could use to trick them or gain an advantage. Or no, I think there's just some like pottery or something nearby, and I just like grab it and hurl it at them. So I'm reacting with speed and agility. Edge, because I chucked my spear. I don't have a weapon, so all I have is just whatever's in this marketplace. Okay, a weak hit. They're stunned for a minute. My momentum goes to that. goes to 6. And I think I have to clash with them. Only this time I only have my hands. And I think I have to do iron. A weak hit. I inflict harm. And let's see here. Okay, so weak harm, and then I make my I take the harm, right? I take 3 harm, which my health tracks at 0. Suffer minus momentum equal to any remaining minus health, so I take minus 3 momentum. And then I roll iron. Weak hit. I press on. I think this is the part where the fight against the hired Mistloy, I think I need to try to resolve it. I think I'm just going to do it with 6. Weak hit. Oh, it's supposed to be end the fight. That's fine. A weak hit as above, but you must also choose one. It's worse than you thought. You're overcome. Your victory is short-lived, and you're endangered. You suffer collateral damage. Something of value is lost or broken. Something important, you must pay the cost. You pay for it. An objective falls out of reach. Others won't forget you are marked for vengeance. I think I'm marked for vengeance. I should expect future retaliations. So I think we have this scene of I'm wounded as hell, but this one person in the marketplace that found us, I chuck my spear at them. They only get grazed by it. They stab Philo. I chuck some clay pots at them as I rush at them, and then I start wrestling. And like I get their sword out of their hands, and I hold their sword up to them, like ready to fight, and they run. And they say, "You haven't seen the last of us." And yeah, awesome. And so I'm panting. Philo's panting and wounded. And I think that's the point where we're like, we need to heal. Excuse me. So I'm going to treat Philo's injury here. Stand still. It's not so bad. -1. I'll take -1 momentum. If you have the win, you may clear it, then give up to +2 health. I give Philo 2 health, so their health is now at it was at 5, and then it got reduced by 3. And, by 3, so it was at 2, so now it's at 4. So their health, Philo's health is at 4. Yeah, and I think then we're gonna try to have to treat my own injury. But I feel like this is Philo helping me, so I'm just gonna roll wits to heal myself. But this is really like Philo rolling him to help me. Okay. I pay the price. Yep, burn supply. The supply goes down. Okay, so it doesn't help. Well, perhaps we'll try again on a different day. Hey, Philo. Perhaps it's time that we rest and lick our wounds. And I think that's what we got to do. I think that's where I'll call it today. Because it's a little bit past 9. I got to get ready to go to work. So, yeah. We didn't make any progress on the journey today. Instead, we ended up just getting in a big-ass fight with some, like, hired assassins that were powerful and nearly killed us. That we almost had to run away from. That was kind of cool. So we'll pick up next session, probably doing some sort of other recovery move. Maybe like our sojourn move. Or like the visiting the city move to heal ourselves. Then otherwise, we're going to have to go from there. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks for hanging out for just a little bit of time. This game's super fun. I've been streaming for about an hour, so I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, get to work. I don't know when the next game would be. This has been IRONSWORN, part of the Wine Sea Sagas. If you see me talking about that, or my friends Colin doing it as well, or even my fellow player Eddie in Oath of Endosteel. I've kind of getting as many people as I can obsessed with this game. It's super fun, so thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to get out of here. I'm Roll20's analyst, Sasha. I got to go look at a bunch of charts about how people are using Roll20 right now. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. And see you later.